I am a nickname girly for life.
I am too.
With Brad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Brad.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he is wondering when his invite is coming.
We'll talk. We'll talk on here.
He's ready. He wants to talk politics, and I'm like, who wants to hear that?
Brad, we can't talk. I'm gonna get canceled.
I know. That's why I said, I was like, you're gonna get her canceled.
I'm leaving all this in. Yo! Welcome to the Vibe Provider Podcast. I'm your host, Kaylin Friel, and our girl M is back.
Hey,
We back.
we back.
So you know the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift, the Tortured Poets Department. That's what we're talking about on today's episode, and we're gonna talk about the new album.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get started, we are wearing our merch.
Obvi.
So, fun fact: we both have cardigans.
Mm-hmm.
Our girl M's wearing hers right now.
Yeah, the sleeves are a little messed up, but
I love that
fine.
they're so long.
Yeah.
I need long.
Me too.
And then you have a T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a record.
I have
Whoa.
I have 3.
3 records.
3 records. Yes.
Okay, so the first one
Yes.
was when we first bought when they dropped.
Yep.
And that's just the first album.
Yep.
Okay, the second one.
I bought the Target version the day that it came out.
Okay.
Like, I had to have it in my hands.
Yes.
And I had a bad day at school, so I was like, I will be purchasing.
Yep, makes sense.
Like,
Checks out.
Mm-hmm. So I went and got that one. It's the same album, admittedly, but it's clear. The other one's white. Different, you know?
Yeah.
And this one has the manuscript as like its extra song. It doesn't have the new songs. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
But it only has like the first 16
Okay.
and plus the manuscript.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Then the third.
The third, I went to Record Store Day the day after, trying to get a Noah Kahn album. I haven't even told you about that.
Yes. You said that you were waiting there. You brought your book.
Mm-hmm.
You were camped out.
Yep, I was camped out. Sorry, side note, I apologize, guys. But
We know. We got to hear the whole stories.
I was trying to get a Noah Kahn album.
Yes.
And I didn't even think it was the one everyone wanted. Like, everyone wanted the Noah Kahn album with Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay.
And so I thought I was safe.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted the other one. I forgot the album title, but I thought I was safe. You know? No one was, like, really talking about it, so I was like, I'm good. So I woke up at, like, 6:30, got to our local record store at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I sat outside on the cold concrete with my book. It was a pretty good book. Till about 10:30. And then that's when the line started moving. And I waited in line for another hour till like 11:30, 11:45-ish.
Whoa.
And then I finally get like 5 people from getting into the record store.
Mm-hmm.
And some girl walks out and she's like, "No more Noah." And I was like, "You're lying." And so I was so sad. But I was like, I waited this long, I might as well still go in.
Yeah.
And luckily our record store had purchased all the variants of the Tortured Poets Department. So I just got the Bolter version.
Oh, okay.
So it's just like a tan color, like a tan brown color. And it has all the first 16 songs. And then the Bolter as its like extra one. But since I bought that, Taylor had like, they're like mass produced, so they're obviously not written by Taylor, but it's like a thank you for supporting your local record store little note. So I got that.
Okay, cute.
And then I got Casey Musgrave's new album. It was kind of an impulse purchase because I do love Casey Musgraves, and so I was like,
yeah, she
it's here.
has been writing songs on her own, but then going on like, I mean, she did one with Zach Bryan and Noah Kahn. Like they've done songs together, and they're honestly some of my favorite songs.
Yeah, me too. Like, I love
like
that.
She's
Zach Bryan.
amazing.
No, I love her, so I was like, I'm buying the album.
Dang.
And then they had a Celine Dion album, and I was like, this is my mom coming out
So you're
right
like,
now. So I was like, Celine Dion, I love you. So that was my
So
purchases.
you got 3 records that day.
Yeah, but none of them from the like actual record store day. And if you're not familiar with Record Store Day, it's like this annual thing that independent record stores do.
Oh.
Like it's like twice a year, I think.
Okay.
And they have like special variants of vinyls.
Wow.
And like special albums, like the Noah Kahn Olivia Rodrigo album. Like,
Okay.
So it's Noah Kahan singing Lacey by Olivia
Oh.
Rodrigo, and Olivia Rodrigo singing Stick Season, I think.
Love it.
And so, but like you can't find that anywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's only available that day unless they have leftovers.
What?
Mm-hmm. And so it's pretty cool.
Oh, what a bummer, though.
Yeah, I was pretty mad. I was
Dang.
actually very mad.
Dude, I believe
But
it.
I got a lot of reading done, though.
Yes, and we will talk about that in our life update.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 3 records,
Mm-hmm.
cardigan,
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Please continue. What else? What haul did we get?
I think that's it.
You didn't get a crew neck? I thought you got a crew neck.
Oh, I did get a crew neck. Sorry,
Okay.
You're right.
Okay.
Know my merch better than me.
I was like, I know what my girl be buying. I mean, we be texting, so.
True. I know. I honestly forgot I had it, but
Okay.
I got the like white kind of creamy color crew neck with the orange stripes on it.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it like as good as quality?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I wanted to talk about this. I think she's got a new merch team, and I think she's got a new like production.
Love.
Because like when I've ordered from 1989, like the 1989 Taylor's version drop, Speak Now Taylor's version drop. First of all, Speak Now Taylor's version drop gives me trauma every time I try to order something from her store, because I pre-ordered the Speak Now Taylor's version when she dropped it.
Yeah.
Like when she announced that it was coming out, I ordered it like right then.
Yeah.
I never got it. And I kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting because I was like, it's going to come. It's going to get here.
Yeah.
So then finally, it was like a month later, and I was about to move. And I was like, I need my vinyl. Like, it's going to go to this old address, and I'm not even here.
Yeah.
So I emailed them, and they were like, we don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, my gosh.
And I was like, what do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And so they just issued a refund, and I just went and bought it from Target.
Okay, but thank goodness you got it from Target.
Yeah, and then like 1989s took forever to get here. I ordered the 1980. Sorry, I ordered like the 1989 like era crew neck.
Okay.
Like where it was like all her famous outfits from that era.
Oh, cool.
Took like 2 months to get here.
Not-
But this stuff came in like a week.
Dude, it was like you checked out shipping information, and then like literally a day or 2 later, it's like shipped.
Mm-hmm. No, and I feel like that never happens. And so I was like,
Yeah,
I think she's got a new thing going on.
She's got it going on.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay, so that you didn't get any jewelry or anything?
I kind of wanted to, but I was like,
me too.
am I gonna wear it? And so
I
I
know.
didn't.
I ended up not.
Yeah, me too.
So I got the CD, just the first one, because I panicked. I didn't know. I should have known she's gonna come out with others. You knew.
I mean, I had my suspicions, but I was like, I'm buying the first one.
I just panicked because when it sells out, it sells out.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the CD because your girl be driving a 2005 Honda Pilot. There's a 6-change CD player in there, and you know I have popped it in. So I got my CD, and then I got this the hoodie I'm wearing. It says the Tortured Poets Department across the chest. And then it has TTPD on the sleeve by my wrist. And on the back is like her cover art.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my second purchase. And these all happened at different times. Then the cardigan came out. And I panic bought that. So.
It's okay. I panic bought mine too. I was at school like, I need this cardigan.
I know.
I was like trying to text all my friends.
I know.
Like,
She's actually the one that like lets me know. So. She be keeping me in the loop. Thank goodness. Okay. So we got our merch. We're wearing it for the pod. And okay. So now we need to do our life update.
Yes.
So you go first.
Okay.
You go first, bestie.
My family just recently got a new dog.
Yes.
And they adopted him from the local humane society.
And he's darling.
No, he's
so
very cute.
Black and white.
Yeah, his name's Jax. We couldn't decide what his name was because my family always names them after our animals after Harry Potter characters.
Oh.
And like our dog who recently passed away, his name was Albus.
Oh.
Yeah, and like our cat's name is Lily Luna, and like we had a cat once named Hermione, and like all the fish, like we had, like my dad likes fish, and so like we have an aquarium, and he has like the orange-tailed fish, and they're all the Weasleys.
Oh, I love.
And so we're all like, what Harry Potter name are we gonna name him? Like this dog, and we couldn't decide on one, and so we were just kind of throwing names out, and I tried pitching for Kelsey.
Yeah.
And I was like, but no one was taking my bait. And I was like, I think Kelsey would be so cute.
How dare they?
No, I know. And I was like, it doesn't even have to be for Travis. Let's do Jason.
Yeah.
My man, like, he's just retired. Like, we should honor him. And my dad was like, we're not Eagles fans.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, so.
He's, don't tell me, diehard Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Yeah. And then, I've been planning my wedding. Like, I've gone full throttle, basically. We've got our venue. We have our date. We just sent out our save the dates.
Which I got mine. It's on the fridge. The front's not magnet, but the side is.
Mm-hmm. So, we got that. Did I say I got my wedding dress?
No.
No. Yep, I got my wedding dress.
It is stunning.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It really, and it's going to it'll photograph really well.
Thank you.
It like, I don't want to say too much, but it was perfect. It will fit every vibe you're going for.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can't keep secrets to save my life. Like, don't tell me secrets because I'll just start yapping. For real.
We be yapping.
Yep. And I accidentally said something last night and I was like, oh my, no.
And Patrick was around?
Yeah. But I don't think he
Realized?
he either chose to ignore it or he just kept going. Okay. So
bless.
I'm hoping he was just ignoring it.
He was.
Or he wasn't really listening.
I hope he wasn't.
Because, like, when I said it, like, my eyes went so wide and... But, like, luckily we were sitting side by side, and so I don't think he saw. But I was like, whew. So I got my wedding dress. I got my veil. I got my wedding shoes. I should show them to you after this. Yeah. They're a burgundy hill.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous about the hill, and so I might get, like, Birkenstocks or something. Mm-hmm. But it will be winter time, so who knows how Birkenstocks will work. I know it's on brand for you. I love my Birkenstocks.
Did you ever figure out what color bridesmaid's dress?
Yes.
Because you were thinking about what Meg was going to wear, our friend, our mutual friend.
Yes. They are going to wear maroon or burgundy.
Love.
Yeah. I was going to go like emerald or sage for a little bit, but I think burgundy's going to look better.
I think that's going to look really good against her skin tone.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying too.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But what I think does not matter. Only what you think, dog.
No, girl, same wavelength right here. I got catering. I got...
and you talked about the catering, and I was like, I'm so glad I'm invited to this wedding. I'm going to eat so good.
I know. I'm excited for it. And then we're going with a local restaurant.
Yep.
Down in like central Utah called Maggleby's. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited.
Their breadsticks are banging.
Yeah, and we got the breadsticks. And then we got bar. We're gonna do. I'm hoping they haven't given us approval on if we can do this, but this is what I'm hoping. I want 3 signature cocktails. One, we have 3 cats, and I want a cocktail for each cat.
Love.
Because originally I was gonna do like his and hers, but that's boring. So we're gonna do 3 for the cats, but I don't know if I can have a third one.
Oh.
And so, but
Fingers crossed.
I'm like, venue, please.
Yes.
Let me do that. I got cake.
Yum.
Yep, the cake was delicious. I was living life. We're going to go raspberry or cookie butter. We're still debating.
Ooh, but you can't go wrong with either.
I know. We're trying to decide what to do. What else do I have? I got photographer.
Yep.
I'm working on flowers.
Yes.
I am taking my sweet time with the flowers, though.
Flowers can just add up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was talking to... You can cut this out, but... I was talking to this one lady. She wanted $10,000 for flowers, and I was like, I respect your craft, and I respect you.
Yeah.
But that's too much.
Just can't.
Like, that's more than my venue.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't do that. And so then I've been talking to this one lady, and we are a little bit over budget right now, but we've cut everything we can, and then I'm, like, willing to let go of.
Okay.
And we're still a little over budget, so I'm just kind of like, I told my fiance the other day, I was like, I'll try to make up the difference. I know it's over budget, but we also are saving money in other ways. Like our officiant is my uncle. Mm-hmm. The lady who's doing my hair is my aunt. And so like, I'm hoping that money saved will kind of help him be like, oh, okay, we can go a little over on flowers. But he was still a little cranky when I told him.
Oof.
Yeah, I just need to pay the deposit. The deposit, but I'm proud.
Get her secured.
Yeah.
Dude, sick.
Yeah, sorry. What are your life updates?
Is that it for you, though? I feel like you have so much going on.
Yeah, well... I'm just trying to think.
You're still working out. You're still going to the gym.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm pretty sure my trainer time is up. Though.
Okay.
Like, because my trainer's, she just went in her 2 weeks, so she's leaving.
Okay.
And so I don't know if I...
But you learned so much that I'm assuming that, like,
yeah,
you kind of can, like, redo some of the workouts that she taught you.
Yeah, well, I went on Friday last weekend, and I went by myself, and I just kind of did what I usually do. And I was like, oh, I would have never known to do that 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never known to do this many reps, never known how to do this many sets.
Yeah.
Like, and what to do.
Yeah, I think you learned a lot the last 3 months, so...
And so that I thought it was worth it, but I'm pretty sure my time with her is up, though.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's been kind of confusing.
Yeah. But then you're still doing workout classes.
Yep. Nope. Caitlin always goes with me to cycling.
Yep.
Love you, girl.
I'm just waiting for school to be done, and so that we can go to, like, more classes earlier or, like, you know, later in the morning.
Yeah. I'm excited. There's one that I really want to do that's on, like, Wednesday mornings. I forgot what it is, though, but...
Dude, count me in. Okay, for me, I actually just got home from a road trip. You know my friend Emma. We did a road trip to the Pacific Northwest, and it was a blast. It was beautiful. It was rainy. It was a great time. But coming home, I'm so behind on laundry and so behind on, like, cleaning and just deep cleaning. So I am, like, I spent all day today just, like, doing laundry and folding it, and since I've been, like, so in and out the last couple of months, my closet has gotten terrible.
Mine too.
Piles, things kind of just, like, tossed in, and then, like, I shut the door a little bit to, like, hold it there. Like, it was so bad. So I worked on my closet today, but I'm actually going to California next week for my cousin's 40th birthday. She rented a home in Newport, and she is a foodie. So we are going to, like, try a lot of new foods and restaurants. We'll do a beach day. It will be kind of windy and cold, so we'll just see, like, what we can do. But there's tons to do in, like, Newport and Balboa, so that's going to be, like, one day. Then Tuesday, we will do beach day, shopping, food. Wednesday, Disney day.
Yay!
Using that magic key.
Woo!
So it's my first time using the magic key since we got it.
Okay, you have to let me know how it is.
Yeah. So I made my reservation. We're excited. We got our outfits all picked out, and we're going to do open to close like we did.
I love.
And then we'll come home Thursday night, so we'll probably eat a little bit Thursday morning, afternoon. Just find some cool restaurants to try. Then we go to Disney.
Yes.
Over Memorial Day. So when that gets
excited.
closer, I'll have to tell the listeners kind of our plan. So actually, fun fact, your fiance is coming and Megan's husband's coming.
Yeah, they got big plans. I think they're actually going to leave us for, like, a couple hours. I don't think I'm supposed to know this.
They got plans.
They got plans. Like, they have... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but...
No,
please. Like, Patrick told me that they have reservations at the Star Wars land to get lightsabers.
Love.
And I don't know if the girls are invited. I don't know if it's just
let them do their thing. But that's the thing. You like Star Wars.
Yeah. And so I don't know if I'm invited, because I would love to go build my own lightsaber.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know if we're invited. I don't know if the boys are just going to go be boys.
I love that they have this all planned.
Yeah. And then they have matching shirts that I guess, like, they're going to wear matching outfits.
Imagine if they put this energy into something with you.
And so, but Patrick will not let me see what it is.
I'm so excited. Like, I will document.
Yeah, like, I saw on his phone last night, he had an Etsy notification set that said, like, you know, when it's like, it's on its way.
That's his matching shirt.
It was his matching shirt. And I was like, what did you just order from Etsy? And he was like, it's our matching outfits. And I was like, can I see? I
cannot wait.
And he was like, no. And then I was playing on his phone yesterday, and he was like, do not look in my texts. And I was like, no.
You're good.
Yeah, I really wanted to.
You're the best.
I was staring at him hard.
It will be such a funny surprise for you, though.
No, I'm ready.
It makes me think, what kind of energy do we need to be putting in?
Seriously.
Honestly, I was like, oh, my friends are probably gonna, like, match their cute husbands.
Yeah, nah.
But I'm the fifth wheel.
Happy
to do it. Happy to be it.
Well, we'll still ride with you.
I will be taking. Patrick. Oh, dude, no worries. I'll just be right behind the four lovebirds, because two lovebirds. Yeah, four lovebirds. Yep. I will be documenting. I'm going to be taking cute pictures of my girls with their guys. And me and Thomas are about to drop so much cash on pins. So we got to get our trading pins.
I do have to tell you, Megan sent me a Snapchat while I was waiting. And it was him and Patrick talking about their pins. And like Thomas was like, look at this one. and they were just talking about their pins. So dude, honestly, since Thomas is obsessed, I bet Patrick will be obsessed. So.
I do love pins. So if you're not familiar with Disney parks, they do have pin trading. So you can buy new pins, and they're just like Disney themed. So they have like Mickey and Friends. They have castles. They have like Guardians of the Galaxy pins. They have like every Disney character you can ever think of. Like they even have Lizzie McGuire pins.
Yeah, I want a Lizzie McGuire one.
I know, dude. Same. So they really, and Star Wars pins and everything. So anyways, you can buy pins, but you can also trade pins in the park. So that's what we're talking about. But that's it. That's it for my life update. Is just, I only have 2 more trips on the book. Is the one, my cousin's 40th birthday, and then our Disney trip. But hopefully, like last time, that we have our trip planned before we leave California, because that's what happened for this upcoming trip.
I'll be free all of June.
Facts.
So, and honestly, most of July. So.
And you deserve it, because you've been freaking working so hard as a teacher, dude.
Thank you.
Like, everything is so true. Like, you see things on social media about teachers, just like the burnout is real. The kids are just disrespectful. Like, it's true, it's real, unfortunately. And especially for my friend M here, like it's just hard, because it's like the parents like don't have your back. Yeah, like their kids can do no wrong. And I'm not saying that about anyone specific in your class. I just feel like as a society, that's kind of like how it is going. But
yeah, it's been a tough year.
Yeah, for real.
I have a countdown going.
Yeah, countdown for real to get out of there for summer.
I'm ready.
Thank goodness you get a summer and the breaks.
Yep. I agree.
Okay. Okay, but update us on your current TV show.
Okay, my current TV show is, so I'm rewatching Parks and Rec.
Comfort
show, obvi. Gotta watch it while I'm doing anything. Gotta have that background noise. And then Patrick and I are watching Love is Blind.
How do you like it?
I love it. Okay. Honestly, like usually I'm not like a super reality TV show kind of person, but I've been obsessed.
Okay.
But it's because I have anxiety and I can't not know what's going to happen. Oh, and so I have to spoil it for myself.
Okay.
And so I've spoiled, but we're starting all the way at season 1.
Okay,
and
so you can have spoilers.
Yeah, so I spoiled it for myself. I won't tell Patrick, though, because he doesn't like spoilers. Yeah. But I do. And so I'm pretty excited to see what happens, to see how the spoils that I saw and how,
how they come to fruition.
And I'm just waiting for Bridgerton, season 3. Where is it? I know it's May 16th, but...
You're a big lover of Bridgerton. Did you read the books or no?
I've read the book that the new season's based on.
Oh, cool.
I haven't read any of the other ones.
Okay.
Because I kind of thought they were kind of boring.
Okay.
But I did like.
But this one's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Bless.
So I'm just waiting.
Oh, we forgot to tell everyone that we read the same book. It's the book that you read while you were waiting to get your record. But it's called Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez.
I think it's Jimenez.
Jimenez? Oh, shoot. Of course her... That was my bad. No. Hope I didn't offend anyone by saying her last name wrong. But thank you.
Yeah.
We love her.
I love her.
But I forgot to read the book 1. I didn't know it was like...
They're all connected.
Yeah, like when an author writes several books, but like the characters are from previous books before. This is like how that is. So the first one... I missed reading the first one. I read Yours Truly. I talked about it on the podcast. I absolutely loved it. And then Just for the Summer is the third one. And I did recognize character names in it. And so there's a few that I didn't recognize, but I recognized from Yours Truly.
Yeah.
But there's a book about those characters. So
yeah,
I need to go read so I can know a little bit more about this realm, this world. But it was really good.
Yeah.
And you were like, you need to finish it so we can yap.
Yeah. Well, I thought you had read the first one.
I know, that was my
and
bad.
that was like kind of the big like turn, like the twist and turn that I was like, what?
Okay.
And like, because I hadn't connected I hadn't made that connection until I like finished the book, and I was like, oh my word. And
dang, I can't wait to read
that
first
and
book.
So, and then when you were like, yeah, it was cool, I was like it was a crazy twist. Yeah. Like, I was so, like, because I wasn't thinking, because sometimes when I'm reading those kinds of books, like, I forget about the other characters, and I'm like, who are they talking
Their names
about?
come up, and you're like, oh, we know who that is.
Yeah.
But it's not like everything flashbacks from when you read it.
Yeah, and so then the flashbacks happened, and I was like,
dang.
I was like, what?
I can't wait to get it. I got it on my, I placed a hold on my library app, so I will be reading. Mm-hmm. Okay, but before we get into our topic, let's update everyone on our new hyperfixations. Okay. Yours being,
I'm ready. Mine is summer. Ready. I have multiple countdowns going on. I have a countdown including the weekends, and then I also have a countdown for the kids where like we pop a balloon every day, and it's like pertaining to a certain letter of the alphabet.
Love.
Like we're on, today's Wednesday, so tomorrow we're going to be on L.
Okay.
And it's going to be leave for recess early.
Oh, love.
And it's just something fun that we can do every day.
I love that you are like ahead of it to like, see, I would think about it too late. I'm like, oh, we're past the alphabet letters.
Well, I did last year, and I started like way late.
Okay.
Because I saw it and I was like, that's such a cute idea, but it was like way too late.
Oh, got it.
So I just kind of last year, I just kind of doubled up. Like I did 2 balloons every day.
Okay, love it. So then when you were this year, you're like, we're not missing it this time around.
Yeah, because I was like, that 2 thing was like too tiring. Like it was just too much. So like, because usually it's either like a big thing or it's like a pretty small thing, like leaving for recess early.
Okay, but still something to look forward to.
Yeah.
So what is something typically you look forward to being a teacher, looking forward to the summertime?
I'm just ready to have more time.
Okay.
I just feel like during the school year, I just don't have time to like clean my house.
Yeah.
Like I do have time to clean my house, but I kind of neglect it because I'm like, man, I'm just so tired.
Well, you do just enough.
Yeah, and so I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to go on trips.
Yep.
And this is like boohoo me, but like my fiance, he's a pilot.
Yeah.
And he's really kind of low on the totem pole, and so I feel like, and he works weekends, and those are the days that I have off, and so I just feel like I don't see him a whole lot. Mm-hmm. And so I'm excited to be able to see him more, and for us to be able to go places.
I cannot wait to hear about the places you go to.
Yeah, we already got a few like trips planned, like that. We are doing this.
Okay, what's one of them? If you don't mind sharing.
We love Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
So we're probably not going to fly. We're probably going to do a little road trip.
Okay.
Because it's only like 8 hours from here.
Yeah, not bad at all.
And so we'll probably do a little road trip to Tahoe. We talked about Nashville.
Love.
Yeah, because we both really want to go to Dollywood.
Yeah.
So we really want to go there. So we talked about Nashville. We talked about Philadelphia.
Cool.
Because like that's like a dream list for me.
Love.
I'm hoping when we go to Disney, I can convince him to get a Magic Key Pass.
Yeah, because then you can do that together. And then you have the bennies, the flight bennies. So
I'm hoping to be like, hey, let's get the Magic Key Pass.
We're having so fun, just get one.
And so I'm hoping that works out. Where else were we thinking? We were thinking Seattle.
Okay, love. You love Seattle.
I do love Seattle, and so that's probably it.
Okay.
That's all I can think of that we've talked about.
But fun fact, our friend Megan, her husband Thomas bought a Magic Key. So it kind of just makes sense if Patrick gets one. Because another fun fact, Thomas and Patrick, so Megan's husband and Emily's fiance, are best friends.
They are.
So they could just be doing trips all the time. My new hyperfixation, looking for Taylor Swift Eras tour tickets in Vancouver, BC, Canada. If you want to sell me your ticket, please
let a girl know.
We need for sure 3. 4 if my mom wants to come. 5 if Chloe wants to come. 6 if any other friends want to come. But my plan is, if I do not buy tickets, I will still go up there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's fun fact. It's pushing it because the concert is December 6th, 7th, and 8th. And Emily gets married shortly after that. But she's like, yeah, I can make that work. And I was like, okay, perfect.
I'll make it work. I'll make anything work for Taylor.
But if I don't get tickets, I still plan on going up. Mm-hmm. And I want to see if the merch is going to have Tortured Poets on it.
Oh, yeah. Rumors be rumoring.
Yeah. Because she posted things and then like this little logo, the TTPD, was like somewhere. She had a new colored microphone, a white guitar, and we're like, uh-oh. So I want to go up. I want to like buy merch. I can stay at my parents' house because they only live like 30 minutes from Vancouver.
Yeah. And
then sit outside and listen because I gotta know where the Tortured Poets is gonna fit in on the Eras tour. So that's my hyperfixation. I do be checking. Yeah. Tickets right now for a good seat with like a good view is like $2,000.
Worth it.
But that's the thing. Like, but for $2,800, I could get a floor seat.
Yeah, that is true.
Anyways, it's kind of that's my hyperfixation, but. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, I think that's it for me too.
Should we start talking about the album now?
Yes.
Okay. Dun, 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 Tortured Poets. I like start playing the song in the mic. Fortnite.
This is my formal apology for not talking about Maddie Healy, my previous episode I had with you.
Okay.
I forgot about that relationship. Because it literally lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I honestly didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal.
But it was.
And so I know they had a little thing last year. But I honestly was so distracted by the end of Joe, the beginning of Travis, that I was like...
I forgot that little
British man.
We forgot about the 12th boyfriend.
I know. I forgot that he happened. So that's on me. I'm sorry about it.
Yeah, like it wasn't long enough to even like gather opinions.
Yeah, there were opinions that I'll be yapping about in a minute, but
I cannot wait.
Yeah. So that is my formal apology. Please accept it.
Well, there wasn't really much to say.
There was some stuff I should have said.
Okay.
That last episode, and for that I apologize.
No worries. We cannot wait to hear about it right now. Now that we even have the proof, I'll let you say all of it.
So, who is Maddie Healy? Who is he? He is the lead singer for the 1975.
Yep.
And if you're not familiar with them, they're like this British indie pop band.
They're pretty well known.
Yeah, they are pretty well known. I've actually been to a concert.
Oh.
I went on a really bad date, to one of their concerts.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Bad vibes all around there.
Bad vibes, for real. And so, but that was back in like 2016, back when they were super popular. I feel like they're still pretty popular now, but not like when I was a senior in high school, they were popular.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah. So Maddie Healy, he's the lead singer. I don't know what else to say about him. He is a weird guy.
Okay. I don't know much about him.
No, so he is very weird. He's a very interesting dude.
Okay.
Like, on stage, he will be drinking. He will be smoking illegal substances.
I heard...
He will be doing illegal substances on stage. He will be doing inappropriate things on stage. He will be doing explicit things on stage.
I saw one thing. He like went to say something that was gonna be like offensive, and his band just starts playing.
Yeah,
like they know to like.
Yeah,
which is like weird that if like we know that he does this kind of stuff, and then like Taylor like dated him. I'm like, girl, but obviously she was like, thought the last relationship that she was in thought she was gonna marry the guy. And then so it's like, was he rebound? And then he was just like all around bad dude, but she was like, no, I just want to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah. Well, to be perfectly honest, I think that's why I also forgot about him, because I was like, he's just a rebound.
Yeah.
Like this is not important enough for me to remember.
Yeah.
But then people, like after the Tortured Poets department came out, they've realized that they think that this little thing with Maddie has been going on for a lot longer than anybody has ever realized.
Okay.
Like I saw some people speculating that they've been having this since like 1989. like back in like 2014. I don't know if that's true. No one's ever said it. Like neither him nor her have confirmed that. But like back when 1989 was a fresh new album, he would like wear 1989 merch, and she would wear the 1975 merch.
Okay.
And like there would be pictures of them together, and that was.
But then she started. Then she had other boyfriends.
Yeah.
Started dating Joe seriously. Then when they broke up, then he was like, I'm about to get my chance.
Yeah. And at least that's my understanding of it. The situation then influenced the song But Daddy, I Love Him.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with the song But Daddy, I Love Him, it's talking about like how this girl loves this boy and who cares what other people say about this boy.
Okay.
Because like she loves him. Who cares? And then in my little brain, I was like, who could she be talking about? Or like, what is she talking about? And the night I actually listened, I remembered that when they were dating, people were not happy. People were like so mad that she was dating him because, like I said earlier, he does pretty bad things. He does a lot of explicit things, a lot of things without other people's consent. And yeah, so people were like, he's not a good dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. He tends to say like really mean things about other people. And so people were like, ew, Taylor, don't date her. Or like, don't like stay away from her. Don't date her. Like all these things to Maddie. And they were like calling him ugly, calling him a rat. People actually on Twitter still call him Ratty Healy.
Ooh.
Yeah. And so like, he's not a good dude. Not my favorite.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So, but anyways, so when Taylor was coming out with Speak Now, Taylor's version, so in the song But Daddy, I Love Him, she says, stay away from her, the saboteurs protested too much. Lord knows the words we never heard, just screeching tires and true love. So she's saying, because like everyone would be like, OMG, get a job, stay away from her.
Yeah.
Because he would like he went to like 4 Eras Tour concerts.
Whoa.
And yeah, like, and he would be in the VIP tent. And so people would like take pictures of him and be like, no, stay away from her, get a job.
Yeah.
And like, they would just be like, ew, he's gross, don't be by her. And so I was kind of shook because I remembered that when, like, I remember all the stay away from hers. So when she said stay away from her, I was like, she's been reading our Twitter.
So another song is I Can Fix Him, in parentheses, no, really I can, because that's how they do their, like, the titles of their songs is like something and then in parentheses. And then The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived.
I think that's on my list to talk about.
Oh, okay.
I think so. Yes.
Yes, we'll a little farther down.
Okay. So she says, I'll tell you something about my good name. It's mine, alone to disgrace. I don't cater all these vipers dressed in empath's clothing. God save the most judgmental creeps who say they want what's best for me. Sanctimoniously performing soliloquies I'll never see. So...
That was a mouthful.
Yeah, it is a mouthful.
She's giving us lots of vocab.
No, she is. I had to have a dictionary. I was like... thumbing through it because I was like, I don't know what she's saying.
For real.
But so she's basically saying, she was like, because people were like writing essays when she was dating Maddie about why she shouldn't be dating Maddie. And I remember there was this one instance of these people, like she was releasing Speak Now Taylor's version, and they were basically like, if she keeps dating Maddie, we will not be purchasing Speak Now Taylor's version, and we will not be supporting. Because they just felt like he was too bad of a dude to be supporting.
I mean, we're all here for the music, let's be honest.
Yeah. And so, like, I wish I could find it, but I tried to save it for this, but I forgot. But that's basically what they were saying.
It's just crazy to put her on that kind of level of like, this is how you need to live your life for me to support you, when there's other people I'm sure they support and they're way worse of a human being, they just don't know.
Yeah, no, and I agree. And actually, that's I love Bad Daddy, I Love Him, because it's kind of a weird song, but like once you really get into what she's talking about, she's basically being like, shut up and let me live my life.
Yeah, as she should.
And as she should, because like I know she has kind of built her empire on doing this, but like it's also just kind of like,
I love that though.
Yeah, I love it, and like just shut up.
That's actually one thing. So after listening to that song, I like, I always kind of daydream of, like, oh, if I had Taylor Swift on the podcast, like, what would I ask her? Yeah. And I thought to myself to ask her what the perfect level of fandom type, like, what, like, where at would you, like, think that's the perfect fan?
Yeah.
Like, and describe them. Because, like, so many people can get so crazy that it's, like, honestly, does that make her uncomfortable?
Oh, I bet it does.
You know
it would make me uncomfortable.
Like, I wish we could all just be, like, a level of, like, like a normal level of fandom. Yeah.
Well, and something. Like, it's fun to sit here and be like, oh, this is about this person, this is about this person. Yeah. And I think that's, like, that is what she wants, but I think some people take it too literally and too seriously. Yeah. You know?
At the end of the day, she's just LOLing. Yeah. She's like, look at all this fun we're having.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I think But Natty, I Love Him's all about, too.
Dude, but So Long London.
Oh, my.
That was the first song that stood out to me when I first listened to everything. Yeah. I was agree. Like, that's the one that stood out. And then a bunch of others, like, came after that. But for me, that was the one.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to multitask with wedding stuff when I was listening to the album for the first time. And I sometimes, like I have to watch what she's saying. So, like, I have to watch lyrics to understand what she's saying. Okay. And I wasn't for So Long London, and I was like, ooh, this is a good beat.
Yeah, banger.
And I was like texting Megan, our friend, and I was like, man, this got me shaking my butt. Like, this is a good beat. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, it's a good beat. And she was like, this is the most depressing song
it was
ever. And I was like, oh. And then I kind of rewound it. Like, I went back and I was like, oh. And so I started reading the lyrics, and I was like, oh, this is devastating. Devastating. And I honestly love this song because I feel like she calls back so many things from previous songs that are written about Joe. Okay. You know, like, let me find. She says, I stopped trying to make him laugh, stopped trying to drill the safe. I can't remember off the top of my head. Sorry, I have end of year teacher brain.
No, dude, so I get it.
It, like, takes me a minute to process things. Like, it's taken me at least 2 weeks to process this album. Genuinely, still haven't fully processed it, to be honest, but it's taking me a while. But there's a song that, like, from, like, Lover or something that she talks about trying to make him laugh. And that's all, like, she's like, I just want to make him laugh. And that's what the song is. I can't remember what it is. Teacher brain, I'm so sorry. And so to have her say I stopped trying to make him laugh is just so...
That's depressing.
It's depressing. And then thinking, how much sad did you think I had? Like, her and Joe loved making sad music together. Like, he supposedly would write these songs from Folklore and Evermore. Like, all her sad songs from there.
It's almost a little concerning. It's like, why are you writing so much sad songs, dog? Mm-hmm. Do you want to hear my favorite lyrics from that song?
Yes, please.
And you say I abandoned the ship, but I was going down with it. My white-knuckled dying grip, holding tight to your quiet resentment. And my friend said it wasn't right to be scared. Every day a love affair. Anyways, just being like, dude, I was going down with it. Mm-hmm. Like my grip was so tight. I was just like, damn.
Like, she was willing to, I honestly really think she was willing to throw away her career for this relationship.
That's wild.
Yeah. Another favorite callback of mine. Sorry, we're just going through the song lyrics and picking out our favorite
this was a
ones.
Banger.
Well, sorry, it is.
The saddest banger there ever was.
But I stopped CPR after all, it's no use. If you remember from You're Losing Me, that whole song, it's about her trying to revive her heart. Yeah. From the relationship. Yeah. And she says, I stopped CPR. It was no use. Yeah. And then she also, towards the end of the song, she says, I'm finally getting color back into my face. Yep. And if you remember from You're Losing Me, she also talks about how her face is gray. Dude, and that's how can you wild. How can you tell how can you not tell the person that you love is dying? Yeah. So.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't want to swear, but I do love I'm Just Mad as Hell because I loved this place. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, homework. Just go listen to So Long London if you haven't already.
Oh my God, if you haven't listened to Tortured Poets Department, what are you doing?
What are you doing here? You need to go listen to it and then tune in.
Yeah, seriously.
Fresh Out the Slammer.
Okay. Fresh Out the Slammer is another interesting callback to other songs, like another previous song.
That's crazy, dude.
In one of the Reputation songs, once again, I'm so sorry. Everyone's gonna be like, get her off the pod.
No, but honestly, I wouldn't even be able to reference the album. So,
yeah, like, so from Reputation, she says, "You can be my jailer, Burton to this tailor."
Oh, okay.
And so she says, so she's like, you can, like, I'll, I don't really know what she was meaning by that. Sorry.
No.
I can't sit still, apparently.
Oh, no, you're good.
But,
gotta get a new cozy, seating arrangement.
No, I think this is cozy as all get out, you know? But.
So you think Fresh Out the Slammer. Mm-hmm. And then is it, what?
So I think it's a callback from a previous song where she's like, you can be my jailer.
Okay.
And now she's trying to get out of jail. And so
she's like, LOL, never mind.
Yeah. And like, I feel like that's such a weird, like, even now, like, reflecting on it, being like, you can be my jailer is a weird thing.
Yeah.
To say about a relationship.
It's crazy how she wrote that years and years and years ago. Mm-hmm. And then now she is going back to those songs and being like, actually, never mind.
Yeah.
Now she has to write a song about that song, being like, I have to take it back.
Yeah. And now she's like, Fresh Out the Slammer, who am I going to?
Love.
So I don't know if this is a joke or not. Sometimes I can't be away from Twitter for like more than like 2 hours, because then something on Swiftie Twitter happens and you can't ever figure out what happened.
That's crazy.
Like, there was something like a couple months ago about Nerds gummy clusters and Taylor, and I couldn't ever figure out what they were referencing. Yeah. But they would like Photoshop her as a nerd gummy cluster. They would like Photoshop her wearing Nerds gummy. Like, I don't understand.
Make it make sense.
No, make it make sense. So I don't know if someone knows what that was about. Please let a girl know. But people started talking about how they think Fresh Out the Slammer is about Dylan O'Brien instead of Maddie Healy. Oh. And so I don't know if that's just a joke because people still are like very anti Maddie Healy right now. Yeah. Or if that's like people really do think that.
That's wild.
I don't know if that's a joke. I don't know if that's a real theory. So, but I felt it necessary to bring up. Yeah. So, yeah. If you don't remember, Dylan O'Brien starred in the All Too Well 10-minute version film.
Yes.
And
he also has a band. Mm-hmm. And he's also an actor. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And like around Red Taylor's version time, him and Taylor were like very close. Okay. Like he was pictured going into her apartment a lot. So I think it might be a valid theory, but also sometimes you never know with Swiftie Twitter. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, hit me with the next one though.
So Lommel. That's
Lommel.
That's what I'm calling it because it's LOML. And usually in like pop culture, that's to reference like the love of my life. Like, oh, this person's my Lommel.
Lommel.
This person's the love of my life. So honestly, I thought this was going to be a beautiful song. Yeah. Don't know why I thought that. That's on me. But it's a beautiful song talking about how you thought you were the love of my life. And now she just says, and at the end she says, you're actually the loss of my life.
Whoa.
And so to have it, the LOML be the loss of my life.
Damn.
I was down for the count.
Imagine if it was like a cultural thing that when we had an ex, like if you break up with someone, that you have to post a picture of you and your ex and say Lommel and the loss of my life. Like, we're done. We're over.
All the sad TikToks with that line of like, because the last line of the song is, and I'll still see it until I die. You're the loss of my life. And like, I can't handle all the sad edits. Like, it makes me so
Dude, there's so many sad edits. But then there's also funny edits with the dogs.
No, yeah.
It's the... So right now there's dog edits. That's who's scared of little old me. And it's like this cute little dog. And then it's like, you should be. And then it's like growling or something. So I've been seeing those all over. Okay.
I love that song because... like, she's, like, trying to be big and buff at the beginning. And she's like, who is afraid of those old me? Yeah. You should be. Yeah. And then as she kind of gets...
Pop off, queen.
No, pop off. And as she's, like, gets more down the song, she's kind of like, you should be. Like, and, like, I just feel like it's a lot tamer. Yeah. And she's, like, she sounds more scared. I don't know if I'm overthinking it, but like I just like she like it shows the progression through. So Who's Afraid of Little Old Me is about like her time in the music industry and how like she thought she was strong, like who would be afraid of her? Like, and like she can do anything, like you should be afraid of her. And then they kind of like she compares it a lot to a circus and the asylum. And
that's another edit I've been seeing.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. But she like it's going through her time in the music industry, and I feel like as she keeps going, like Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, you should be, she kind of gets progressively like tamer about it. And she kind of is like, you should be. Kind of. And so I don't know if I'm overthinking it, probably, but I do love that song.
Oh shoot, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Okay, I'm excited to hear about this.
I I stayed up to try to listen to the album, but I hate being like, I'm a teacher. But like I was ready for bed. Because I'm a 9:30 in bed type
Me
of
too,
person.
dog. We're staying up late tonight.
I know, sorry about it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm the one that's like, can we do later?
No, you're good. But so I was like kind of down for the count by the time The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived came on.
Okay.
And I was like ready. I was honestly kind of like, are we done? Like I was like, I need to go to bed, Taylor. Like it's time to wrap things up.
I gotta teach the world.
I gotta teach the youth of America tomorrow. Like let's go. And then as soon as I heard The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, I was like ready to keep listening.
You're like, I'm up.
Because I was like, this is such an amazing song.
It's the Jehovah Witness suit part. I'm like, what?
So that's, I think, a reference to Maddie, because he tends to wear suits a lot, and he kind of, and like people make jokes that sometimes he looks like a Jehovah's Witness. Because they're not like, I don't know, like I guess Jehovah's Witnesses kind of just wear very specific suits. And he always kind of wears like the same kind of suit. So I love The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. I arguably think that The Smallest Man Who's Ever Lived is the best bridge of the album. Because, like, and the more you listen to it, like, I think it's just so good. Sorry.
I just keep listening over and over and over and over again. And, like, I have a different favorite song every day.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Like my favorite line is, if rusting my sparkling summer was the goal, and I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived? Because I think she was kind of coming off the relationship with Joe. She was like, kind of accepted that it was over. And I mean, like when you're in a long-term relationship and when it slowly is dying, it might be easier to end that thing, but you still have to grieve that a little bit, you know? And so I feel, and then Maddie came back and was like, it's my time to shine. Like she was like, she's done with Joe. Like we can rekindle this fantasy that we've had for years. Yeah. Like next, it's me. And he like kind of rekindled like what they might have had back in like 2014. Yeah. And so then she was like, were you just trying to rest my sparkling summer? Because Taylor Swift did have the best summer of her life last year. Yeah. Like she really, truly, like it was an amazing year for her. Yeah. With the Eras tour, with all her albums coming out. Like it was a good year. Yeah. I don't have anything else to say about that. But when she's going into the bridge, she says, were you sent by someone who wanted me dead? Did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed? Yeah. Were you writing a book? Were you a sleeper cell spy? In 50 years, will this all be declassified? And you'll confess why you did it. And I'll say good riddance, because it wasn't schmexy once it wasn't forbidden. I would have died for your sins. Instead, I just died inside. But you deserve prison, but you won't get time. Which is like, wow. What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean you deserve prison? So what happened? I think, so actually with The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, this is my theory, me coming from my little Swiftie brain, because I tend to listen to the Tortured Pose Department when I'm driving to school, coming back from school, going to the gym. It's been on repeat for the past 2 weeks.
Same.
Right? Sorry, I keep moving far away from the mic.
Oh, no, you're good.
Can't sit still. But I think The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived might be about, like, a combination of all the men who she might view as, like, the smallest man who ever lived.
Wow.
I actually don't think it's about one particular person. I think it's about a multitude of people.
Okay.
Scooter Braun, Scott Procetta, Kanye, Maddie Healy.
Oh, wow.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
It's all making sense.
And, like, I think, because I think these are all, like, random kind of things to accuse someone of.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, and so, but I think it kind of makes more sense when it's...
That line's about so-and-so. That line is about this one.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Like, and so I can't really tell you who I think they're all about, but I do think they might be, like, a combination of...
If it's not a combination and it's just Maddie Healy, dude, that dude sucks.
Yeah. Well, like, if you listen to some of the lyrics, I think what happened was Maddie Healy had swooped in after her relationship with Joe and was like, because Joe kind of, I think, just kept pushing the idea of marriage and would be like, we'll do it later. Or, well, like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to do this. But Taylor was like, well, I want to get married and I want this to happen. I forgot in So Long London, she says, I died on the altar waiting for the proof.
I also loved that line.
And sorry, I forgot about that one. But like, I think she was just like, there's a lot of marriage references and wanting to get married references.
Yes.
And it just never happening. And so I think Joe kind of was like leading her on until finally it just ended.
Yeah.
Then I think Maddie swooped in and was like, I'll give you everything you want. I will marry you. I will give you the kids. I will do all these things that you wanted with Joe. So then she kind of got her hopes up again. Okay. Because she was like, finally, someone who's going to do this for me.
Like, who wants this also?
Yeah, who wants this with me as a person.
Yeah.
And then I think he just ghosted her. I think
I heard a line like,
because she's like, because in The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, let me find it, she says, you tried to buy some pills from a friend of friends of mine. Yep. They just ghosted you. Now you know what it feels like.
Yeah. I thought that too. I was like, was she ghosted?
Yeah. And so, I mean, I bet it is. I don't know that feeling, but I bet it is like after having your relationship die, waiting for this thing that you wanted. And then
for a long
time. And then this dude comes in and is like, yo, I'll do it.
Yeah. I'll be the guy.
Yeah, I'll be the guy. And then just leaves. I'd be mad too.
Yeah, dude, we got a lot to say.
Yeah, I'd be mad too. I was telling her before we come in here, but there's a line in one of the songs where she says, you took my ring from my middle finger and put it on the one where people put wedding rings. Yep. And my heart burst. It's something like that. Yeah. And then I was telling Caitlin, I was like, if someone did that to me, a lot worse things would happen. Yeah. than
just writing a song.
Just writing an album. Arson may be involved.
Yeah, when you do something like that to your significant other, like that is telling them something like, I can see my life with you. Yeah. Until the end. Yeah. Like you wouldn't be doing something like that if you knew like you weren't going to get married. Yeah. And then I just feel like after that long relationship, you're probably like no one is going to want me. And then to like, does anyone want that with me? And then someone comes in and is like, hey, I do. And then they're like, JK, LOL. I'd be mad too. Yeah. Okay, so moving on, The Alchemy. With 14 white hearts next to it. The Alchemy, I think, is my favorite song. Okay. I listen to it, like, I'm like, it's good. Need to pick me up, The Alchemy. Love it. I think it's because I'm I love Travis for her. I do. Like, I love him for her. So that song's about him. If it's not about him, wait, tell us. Astounded. So tell us why you think it is. Well, let me pull it up. So she says, this happens once every few lifetimes. This chemicals hit me like a white wine. She says, I circled you on a map. So remember when they first started dating and people were like, Travis put Taylor on a map. Yes. Or people were like, Taylor put Travis on a map. Neither of them they were both on their own individual maps. Yeah. She circled him on the map. Like, she didn't find him. He was already there. Yeah. She just went, that one. I love it. Yep.
And so then, and then she says, but at touchdown, call the amateurs and cut them from the team. Ditch the clowns, get the crown, baby, I'm the one to beat. So she's basically saying, like, bye, Joe. Bye, Maddie. Like, bye, all of you guys. Like,
bye, losers.
No, bye, L. But
everyone, L.
But she's like, hey, I noticed, like, we're both cool. Like, and she finally realized her worth, I think.
Okay.
And she's like, you know what? I need someone who thinks I'm worth something.
And Travis, well, it's, assuming it looks like he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
Of, well, what it looks like,
yeah.
which is hard to say.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's obsessed.
Yeah. No, I agree.
In a good way.
Yeah. And then she also says, these blokes swarm the benches. We've been on a winning streak. He jokes that it's heroin, but this time with an E. And what she's referencing is, like, heroin, the drug. Like, and heroin, like, the female superhero.
Yes.
So when she first started coming to the games, people were like, Travis has got to be on something to be playing, because he would, like, play so much better when she was there.
Yeah.
And so people would be like, he's going to be on something to be playing this good.
Yeah.
But he would be like, actually, it's because she's here.
Yeah.
And so that's why I also think it's about Travis.
Yeah. No, it's making sense.
I can't talk. I'm so sorry. Shirts off and your friends lift you up over their heads. Beer sticking to the floor. Cheers chanted because they said there was no chance trying to be the greatest in the league. Where's the trophy? He just comes running over to me.
So cute. I love. I'm in love.
And so I just think that's like all my favorite things have been the edits of them to the alchemy.
Yes.
Like, shirts off, it's Jason. And, like, them jumping because they're so excited, and Travis just ignoring, like, everything and just running straight towards her.
Yeah.
And so I think it's about Travis, but it's my favorite song. No. Admittedly.
Now I'm like, I know I have listened to it today, and I'm like, oh, I already got to go re-listen.
Yep. No, I love it so much.
With ADHD, I feel like I don't hear, like, I can listen to a song over and over and over and over and over and over again for years.
Yeah.
And I can sing along to it when it's on, but I cannot tell you what the words are.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's, like, what I struggle with, like, the new album is, like, some songs have really stood out to me, like So Long London. But, like, yeah, with the alchemy, I don't even know what it's about. I can't tell you what words are, like, what the lyrics would be, because it's just, like, I just hear the music.
Yeah. Oh, the second I'm like, put that on.
Yeah.
I'm like, put on the alchemy. It's I think my favorite song.
Okay, so are we moving on to the next one?
Yes.
Clara Bow.
Yeah. I thought that was going to be a weird song. I'll be honest. I kind of was like, it's going to be weird. And then I actually think it's a really beautiful song.
And it's about that actress back from...
It's like the 20s.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Like 40s and...
Yeah.
Like when TV was really becoming a thing.
Yeah.
And, so I thought it was going to be, like, a weird song about... Because Clara Bow, like, to my understanding, she, like, left the spotlight to be with her boo thing, kind of a thing. And... Like, she kind of went crazy. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. But that's my understanding of it.
I remember hearing and seeing things about it.
Her. Yeah, but then it's, like, talking about you look like Clara Bow. And then it goes to you look like Stevie Nicks. And then it goes to you look like Taylor Swift. And I just think it's so interesting because it's talking about how, like, when Stevie Nicks was becoming a rising star, they compared her to Clara Bow.
Oh, okay.
And then when Taylor Swift was coming up, they compared her to Stevie Nicks.
Okay, so the low key comparing her to Clara Bow.
Yeah. And then also, like, and then talking about Taylor Swift, like, people are always like, oh, you look like Taylor Swift. Like, oh, you're just trying to be like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And so it's always just kind of like talking about how women always are always compared to each other until they set their own precedent. And then they become that new precedent. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like that one. It's not my favorite, but still a good song.
Actually, the Black Dog, which you the next thing you have on the list, that was the one that stood out to me in the second album, but it was also towards the top.
Yeah.
But I also saw something that's like Taylor Swift, the biggest pop star. Like, how can she be relatable? And then someone's like, LOL, she's like spiraling over viewing like her ex-boyfriend's location or something, and then it's like, yeah, dude, that is, like he forgot to turn the location off. She's spiraling where she sees like he's like going to the spots they used to go to.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the anthology I'm having a hard time getting into. Like, there's a few songs on the anthology that I'm like, yeah, you're a banger.
Yeah.
But, like, I still haven't really, truly sat down.
No, same.
Like, I have to watch the lyrics and, like, read them as I'm listening to truly understand what she's talking about and what she's saying.
Yep.
And I just haven't had time to do that with the anthology because I was asleep.
Yeah.
when it dropped.
Yeah, I was asleep, too. Because that dropped at midnight, our time, 2 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
But I listened to it full, like, top to bottom when I was walking the dogs that next morning. And I haven't listened to it fully since then.
Yeah.
If I get down into those songs, cool. But then, like, at that time, after an hour and some change has gone past, I probably turn off the songs and do something. And then when I go back to listen to Tortured Poets, I start from the top.
Yeah.
So I've been re-listening to the same songs and hardly have gotten to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. So I like the Black Dog because, like, it is relatable. Like, she's stalking him. She's seeing where he's going. Relatable. And that's on him because he forgot to turn that off.
I know, it's not our fault.
Not our fault. Not his fault. It's his fault. That's on him. But
he wanted her to know. No, I'm just kidding.
No, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. But I like how she's like, I hope you miss me. I hope you miss me. And then once the bridge hits, she's like, you know what? I hope it's crappy. I hope it sucks in there. Like, I hope you're having a bad time. And I hate you.
Facts.
Like, I love how she does that. Like,
yeah.
And very relatable. Honestly.
No, it really is. I liked when I saw that meme. I was like, honestly, facts though.
Yeah. How did it end? So I forgot to mention this in my other Taylor Swift episodes, but she's like notorious for having her track 5s be the saddest song on all her albums.
And that was So Long London.
So that was So Long London. And then technically, since the anthology's like a new album. I don't count it as like Taylor Swift 12. Yeah. I think it's just an extension. I kind of think of it as like the Midnight's 3 a.m. editions.
Yeah, that's how I felt too.
It's just kind of more of an extension of it. And so, but when you do the math, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's also track 5.
Okay, how did it end?
How did it end? I think it's a beautiful song because she says, we hereby conduct this post-mortem.
Oh, I remember that line.
If you're not familiar, that's like you're examining why something died, how something died.
Wow.
And you're trying to figure out, you're examining it to try to figure out, you're dissecting it to try to be like, what happened, what went wrong.
So crazy.
And so to have her start a song with that, out of pocket.
It's speechless. I'm speechless.
No, I was, honestly, the first time I listened to it, that Friday morning.
I know. I remember hearing like post-mortem and I was like, what the hell am I listening to?
When the lead up to the album release, she would pick a song from her previous albums and it was only on Apple Music. You would have to she would like uncapitalize all the words and only would capitalize certain letters throughout the song. And you would have to try to figure out what she was spelling. Oh, okay. And it came out every day. From like hereby conduct this post-mortem. It was 6 days before the album dropped. And every day you would have to try to figure out, and it was hereby conduct this post-mortem. And you had to, and so everyone was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
And I wasn't awake for this part on Swiftydom, like in Swiftyland. But everyone was like, wait, she doesn't even, for the first like 16 songs, she doesn't say anything about conducting a postmortem.
Yeah.
Like, when is she talking about that? And then Taylor, or like, there were other things at like the Torture Poets Department installation where they would like slowly reveal lyrics, and people were like, they haven't even, like, she doesn't even say any of these. And then Taylor Nation, which is like the fan, like accounts.
Yeah.
They put Just You Wait. And then like 15 minutes later, she did the anthology.
Okay.
Anyways, tangent over, I apologize. But she's talking about how, like, she's like trying to figure out what went wrong in her relationship.
Yeah.
My favorite line, though, is she says, "Come one, come all, it's happening again." Because she's saying, it's happened again. I've been dumped. Or another one of my relationship has ended. And she's saying, let's examine. Let's look. And which is because she knew that's what we would do. That's what we're doing currently.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's happening again. We're doing it again.
Dang.
And then she just keeps going on about how she thinks the relationship ended. And it's a good song. And it's just really her dissecting it with big words.
Now I can't wait to go listen to all these songs again.
Yeah.
Tomorrow me, future me. I will be listening and be thinking about all of this. I can't wait to talk about this next one.
Oh, thank you, Amy.
With a capital K, I am Kim.
When
I love that she did that.
No, me too. When I first saw that, I was like, what is she trying to tell me?
Yeah.
I was like, what is she spelling? And I was like, K-I-M, that doesn't make any sense. And then I saw a TikTok that was like, it's for Kim Kardashian. And I was like, I'm so stupid.
I'm so glad I have TikTok.
Oh, I know, me too. But it's such a good song because she's basically being like, oh, you were mean to me. You suck. I hate you.
You're a bully.
You're a bully. And then and then towards the end of the song, she's like, actually, thank you. Because I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for you.
And how she said, everyone knows my mother is a saintly woman, but she used to say she wished that you were dead.
I know, Andrea. What?
I'm like, dang, I didn't know that, girl.
Andrea, what?
Yeah, love it.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's such a good song. My favorite line is I built a legacy that you can't undo, but when I count the scars, there's a moment of truth. There wouldn't have been this if there hadn't been you. Which I do kind of think if the whole Kanye thing hadn't happened, I do think there is an element that some of this might not have happened.
No, totally.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I think it's very interesting. Then my favorite thing is, in one day, your kid comes home singing a song that's only us two is going to know about you.
Yeah.
Because we all know Miss Northwest is a Swiftie. So, like, she's going to come home singing one of these songs one day.
Good.
Mm-hmm. And she should.
And I'm sure she'll do it to spite her mom if her mom makes her mad.
Yep. Then the final song is called The Manuscript.
You said Jake question mark question mark question mark. What are you doing here in all caps?
Well, so it's an interesting song. It's all about how, like, every now and then she reads the manuscript of the whole torrid affair, and she's talking, and she basically is talking about how she's pulling from, like, this manuscript that she probably metaphorically wrote down all about this relationship, and she mentions it being with an older man, and we all know
Yeah.
there was two that this like a way older man, John Mayer or Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
But then people realized in the all too well 10-minute version film, she hypothetically wrote a book at the end, and so people are wondering if that book was a hint to the manuscript, was an Easter egg. Because she talks about making Easter eggs years in advance.
Yeah.
And so people are wondering if her writing a book at the end of that film was like an Easter egg for the song The Manuscript. Yeah. So it's kind of like a jump scare. It was like, Jake, why are you here? Why are we talking about you?
I'm like, you again?
You again? I just barely got over this.
Dude, yeah, we were not over the. Well, it's like we start to re-hate him when when Red Taylor's version came out, and now the manuscript. We're like, yep, still hateable.
Yep, still hateable. Still not a fan. Still can't watch Spider-Man.
Okay, so you have favorite songs. What is like number one for you?
The Alchemy.
Yeah,
I think The Alchemy is I feel like no one talks about it, but I think it's my favorite song.
Yeah.
And I do love all the songs.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is like top 3 album for me. And like, I think I Can Do It With a Broken Heart is such a good song. The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, such a good song. The Prophecy, all such great songs. And I forgot to put this on here, but can we talk about The Prophecy real fast?
Yeah.
Sorry. So The Prophecy is like, please, I've been on my knees. Change the prophecy. Don't want money. Just want someone who wants my company.
Oh.
And so it's like, I'm like, to reiterate what we've talked about with Joe and Maddie, like, she felt like she wasn't enough. And she was like, I just want someone who wants me.
Yeah.
And who will be willing to be with me.
Yeah.
And like, she was just like, someone please, like, change the prophecy.
Yeah.
I need this to happen to me. And then Travis came in and was like, psych.
He was like, here's my number on a bracelet.
He was like,
he's like, text me.
But so I think that's a really good song. I hate that all the Harry Potter edits with that song.
Our girl's she's a muggle.
Yeah, well, I forgot to mention this on my previous episodes too, because I was telling Patrick about it and he was like, what are you talking about? But some people think that she's this like Harry Potter fan fiction writer, and she's like secretly writing Harry Potter fan fiction.
How sick would that be?
Because so many of her songs match up with what this person, I don't know what it's on. I don't know if it's on like AO3, Wattpad, one of those. It always very closely matches up to what she's singing about.
That's wild.
And so people are like, and it's like MSKING Bean 89. And so people are like, it's like, I said Misking Bean the other day to Patrick, and but so people think she's like secretly that. I don't know if I believe it. If she had
the time, that'd be wild.
Yeah.
But she's writing albums, re-singing and re-recording albums.
Yeah.
She is on a world tour. She's dating someone. It's like, when does Miss have the time?
I know, but people are always like when she came out with The Prophecy, people were like, there it is.
I know.
Because it's like, it's so closely relates to Harry Potter.
Well, in Midnights, she's had a song about the bird.
The Phoenix.
The Phoenix.
Yep. And so that's like, another reason why people think she's writing this Harry Potter fan fiction.
Pause. What house do you think she's in?
I think I'm a Hufflepuff.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
So I like to think everyone's a Hufflepuff.
Same.
The naive, but she's either a Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, or Hufflepuff. She's not a Slytherin.
No.
But I think I probably would say she's a Ravenclaw.
I would say... Ooh, that's a good one. I was going to say Hufflepuff, but now you said Ravenclaw, I'm like...
Yeah. Well, I just want to be like, everyone's a Hufflepuff. Because like everyone's
actually, no one is Hufflepuff, because Hufflepuffs are reserved for the homies. The real ones. The loyal ones. The ones with a little quirky personality like me and you.
True. But she has to be Ravenclaw because she's like thinking about all this crap
the
years
Easter
in
eggs,
advance.
dog. Her like years in advance having this all planned out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right now, right this very second, my favorite song is My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. When that song comes on, I turn up. One song that I did not like at first, but I really am enjoying is Florida.
I'm still like a little lukewarm on Florida.
I know. I was too. I was like, oh, this song, like, what? Why? Yeah. And then my friend, Emma, really liked it. And we listened to it again. And I was like, yo, this actually goes hard.
Yeah. Like, I think it's a good beat, but I was kind of confused what it's about.
Like, surprised with myself because, like, I didn't really, like... I'm not saying it's, like, one of my faves. But, like, I do listen to it. And I'm like, oh, like, I love it.
Yeah.
Of course, I love I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, only because it's, like, a banger. The saddest banger.
It's got you, like, slowly doing the dance, you know?
Down Bad, bro. Love. And then So Long London. Just, there's so many. But I will say, it used to be So Long London was my fave. Then it was, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart was my fave. But, yeah, right now at the moment, it's My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. And I just...
Yeah,
I know mine's
love Guilty as Sin.
Yeah, I do love that one too. But now that we've been talking, I can't wait to go re-listen to like The Alchemy and The Prophecy, those things. So okay, so you said this is top 3 top 3 albums for you.
Yeah.
So what are the other 2 that are like in the run for best?
1989 and Red.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it changes. Like, I have my like every Swiftie has their like list of their favorites, and I feel like mine's kind of like a rotating 3, and so it's like 1989, Red, Midnights, Tortured Poets Department. So, but like I then like I'll be like, oh, like I don't really like that album, and then I'll listen to it, and I'm like, I do love this album.
I would say Midnights has still been such a banger album for me. So my brother was visiting, and I was like, dude, Tortured Poets is her best. And he was like, what? And he's not a Swiftie. He's married to one, though.
Yeah.
But he was like, you think it's the best one. I was like, yeah, dog, easy. And he's like, was like, dude, for real? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, what about 1989? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, you got me.
Yeah,
like,
I love 1989.
And he was like, Blank Space. And what else did he said, Blank Space. And then another thing he said, he was like, well, I was like, dude, yeah, you're right. And he was like naming all the bangers. And I was like, and then when she did the re-release, and then her vault tracks were bangers, I was like, dude, yeah, maybe it is 1989, Taylor's version, and Tortured Poets is like, I don't know. Yeah. They're totally different vibes, so it's just hard.
No, I agree.
I am so happy for the girls and guys going through breakups right now, and they have this. Like, she really said, like, let me give you something to heal your soul and your heart. Yeah, dude, I am curious to see if she adds the Tortured Poets into her set list.
Yeah.
Where would it go?
We should find out at the in like a week or two.
When she's
she's
starting up again?
Yeah, she's in Paris, I think.
Okay.
Like on the 6th and the 7th, I want to say.
I cannot wait.
Oh, me too. But I think she's going to put it at the end of Midnights. Okay. So I think she's going to like do Karma, and she's going to do it a little differently. Because if you watch Karma, when she's performing Karma, on the screen in the background, there's this door that's like falling and falling and falling and falling. And then, like, it lands at the bottom and nothing happens. Yeah. And that's, like, right when she's, like, kind of finishing Karma. And she's like, Karma is my boyfriend.
So weird.
And, like, nothing happens with the door. And she just leaves. Okay. And so people for, like, a year have been like, what does that door mean?
I didn't even realize the door was there. Why is there
a door? Like, go back and watch their tour movie and you'll see it. Okay. It's, like, falling from... And it's, like, slowly going.
Oh, my gosh.
And so people were like, what's that for? Yeah. And, like, no one could figure it out. And then... Okay. So I think, personally, it's going to be after Midnights.
I wonder if she'll end the show with I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. Yeah. Because that's, like, the banger, kind of. Like, the saddest banger on the album. Dude, I'm so glad you brought that up. Because it's, like, now you got us all thinking.
Yeah. And so with that, like, those little clips that she did, she has to be doing something with it. Yeah. And with that white microphone.
And the white guitar.
And the white guitar, what is that?
And I was curious to see if she would do any Tortured Poets for her acoustic.
Oh, I bet she will.
Oh, I cannot wait to see.
I know, I'll be watching the live streams. I'm excited for that part of my life to be back.
I know, same. But I just cannot thank you enough for coming back on.
Thanks for having me back.
And filling us in,
of course,
on what we missed and what we need to go re-listen to and think about all our life choices with these songs. But yeah, dude, I love that you're always happy to come on and talk about Taylor.
Anytime.
But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Yes. I hope you guys go give her new album a listen. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.